What's up everyone? Today, I'm in Spain with just $50 to survive an entire day. Can it be done? We're about to find out. I'll show you how much adventure, food and culture you can squeeze out of a single $50 bill. From breakfast to dinner, from city sights to world-famous landmarks, we're testing it all. If you think travel is too expensive, this video is for you. Let's get started. First mission, find breakfast before I starve. My stomach's rumbling, and the sun is just starting to peek over the rooftops here in Spain. There's something magical about wandering these old cobblestone streets before the city fully wakes up. The air is crisp, and the promise of a new adventure hangs in the air. I'm on the hunt for the ultimate Spanish breakfast, churros and hot chocolate. It's a classic combo, beloved by locals and travelers alike, and I've heard it's not only delicious but also incredibly affordable. Instead of heading to the main square where tourists flock, I decide to dodge the obvious spots and slip down a narrow alley. Tucked away from the crowds, I find a tiny local cafe, its windows fogged up from the warmth inside. This is where the real magic happens, where locals start their day. The moment I step inside, I'm hit with the intoxicating aroma of fresh churros frying in bubbling oil. There's a gentle sizzle, and the air is thick with the scent of sweet dough and rich chocolate. It's impossible not to smile. I order a plate of golden churros, each one perfectly crisp on the outside and soft on the inside. They arrive piping hot, dusted with just a hint of sugar. Alongside, I get a cup of thick, rich hot chocolate, so dense you could almost stand a spoon in it. The best part? The total cost is just a few euros, making this breakfast a steal compared to what you'd pay back home. I take my first bite, crunchy, fluffy, and when dipped in that velvety chocolate, it's pure bliss. The flavors are simple but so satisfying, and I can see why this is a morning ritual for so many Spaniards. To round out the meal, I add a café con leche, a creamy, strong coffee that gives me the perfect caffeine kick to start my day. Watching the barista expertly steam the milk and pour it over the espresso is a show in itself. When the bill arrives, I'm amazed. The whole breakfast, churros, chocolate and coffee comes in at under $5. It's proof that you don't need to spend a fortune to eat well in Spain. Looking around, I see friends laughing over their morning treats, and solo diners like me savoring every bite. There's a sense of community here, a shared appreciation for good food and good company. Locals linger over their coffee, chatting quietly, or simply watching the world go by. There's no rush, just a slow, joyful start to the day, and I can't help but soak in the relaxed atmosphere. I leave the cafe with a full stomach, a happy heart, and almost my entire travel budget still intact. It's amazing how a simple meal can make you feel so connected to a place. Lesson learned. If you want to experience the best of Spain, eat like a local and spend like a pro. Sometimes, the most memorable moments come from the simplest pleasures. With breakfast sorted, it's time to figure out how to get around this vibrant city without blowing my budget. Public transportation here is a whole adventure in itself, and I'm determined to master it. I head to the nearest metro station, ready to tackle the ticket machines and navigate the maze of lines. It's a little intimidating at first, but the excitement of exploring keeps me going. Let's keep this adventure rolling. There's so much more to discover, and I can't wait to see where the day takes me next. Spain's cities are huge, so walking everywhere isn't an option. Taxis, way too expensive. The solution, a one-day unlimited travel pass. I navigate the ticket machine, grab my pass for about $10, and suddenly the whole city is open to me. Metro, buses, unlimited rides, total freedom. I hop from historic neighborhoods to scenic viewpoints, all included. The pass saves me hours and a ton of money. I'm blending in with locals, exploring places I'd never reach on foot. The best part? Spontaneity. See something cool, just hop off and explore. For anyone visiting Spain, this is the ultimate travel hack. With breakfast and transport sorted, I've spent less than $15. Next stop, a famous market for the best budget lunch in town. Let's see how far this 50 can really go. On to tapas. I arrive in a bustling tapas neighborhood. This is Spanish food heaven. The streets are alive with the sounds of laughter, clinking glasses, and the irresistible aroma of sizzling garlic and olive oil drifting from every doorway. As the sun sets, the golden light bounces off the old stone buildings, and the energy in the air is contagious. It feels like the whole city has come out to eat, drink, and celebrate together. Tapas are small plates meant for sharing, and the energy here is electric. Friends and families gather around tiny tables, passing plates back and forth, sampling a little bit of everything. The tradition of tapas is all about community. No one eats alone, and every meal is a social event. The laughter and conversation flow as freely as the wine. I skip the trendy spots and find a crowded old-school bar packed with locals. The walls are lined with faded photos and vintage bullfighting posters, and the bartenders shout orders over the din. This is the real deal. No frills, just authentic Spanish hospitality and food made with love. With each drink you get a free tapa, budget hack unlocked. Order a small beer or a glass of wine and suddenly a plate of food appears on the house. It's a tradition that makes eating out in Spain both affordable and endlessly exciting, because you never know what delicious surprise will land in front of you next. I try patatas bravas, crispy potatoes with spicy tomato sauce, grilled shrimp fresh from the coast, silky slices of jamón ibérico, smoky pimientos de padrón, and golden croquetas oozing with creamy filling. Each plate is a new adventure, and there's always something unexpected to discover, from tangy marinated olives to tender calamari or garlicky mushrooms. Every plate is bursting with flavor, and the social vibe is unbeatable. People are toasting, sharing bites, and swapping stories. The bar is alive with music and chatter, and it's impossible not to get swept up in the fun. Eating tapas isn't just about the food. It's about connecting with people and soaking up the local culture. I chat with locals, get food tips, and sample a true cross-section of Spanish cuisine. Everyone has a favorite tapa or a secret spot to recommend, and they're eager to share their stories. I learn about the history behind each dish, the best way to eat it, and even pick up a few Spanish phrases along the way. The best part, all this food, plus a drink, costs about $15. It's almost unbelievable how much you can eat for so little. The bill arrives and I double-check, amazed at how far my money has gone. Eating like a local doesn't have to break the bank. I'm stuffed, satisfied, and still on budget. My stomach is happy, my wallet is intact, and I feel like I've experienced a true slice of Spanish life. There's nothing quite like the feeling of being full and content after a meal shared with new friends. Tapas aren't just a meal, they're a way of life here. They bring people together, spark conversations, and turn an ordinary evening into a celebration. In Spain, food is about more than just eating. It's about living in the moment and savoring every bite. With lunch conquered, it's time for some culture. I step out into the historic streets, energized and ready to explore more of what this incredible city has to offer. The adventure doesn't stop at the table. There's so much more to see and do. Next up, a world-famous landmark. Spain is packed with history and stunning architecture, and I can't wait to dive in. From ancient cathedrals to vibrant plazas, every corner tells a story. Let's see if I can squeeze it into my budget. After all, the best adventures are the ones where you get the most out of every dollar and every moment. Time for the highlight of the day, a legendary Spanish landmark. Entry fees can be steep, but I booked online in advance for a $15 ticket. I use my travel pass to get there, skipping the long lines. Standing in front of this architectural marvel is breathtaking. Photos don't do it justice. Inside, the history and artistry are overwhelming. This is why you travel to see the world's wonders up close. The experience is worth every penny, even if it's my biggest expense. I soak in the atmosphere, snap some photos, and reflect on the day. With only $5 left, the challenge gets real. Can I find a souvenir and maybe a snack? I'm heading to a local market to stretch my last few bucks. Let's see if I can finish strong. $5 to go. My final mission in Spain, find souvenirs for my entire family with just $5 left in my pocket. It sounds impossible, but I'm determined to make every cent count and bring home a piece of this adventure for everyone I love. I step into the heart of a bustling local market, where the air is thick with the scent of spices, sizzling street food, and the lively chatter of vendors. The stalls are bursting with color, vibrant textiles, hand-painted ceramics, and rows of sparkling trinkets. My eyes dart from one corner to the next, searching for something uniquely Spanish, affordable, and meaningful. Most of the stalls up front are filled with beautiful but expensive souvenirs, leather goods, intricate fans, and ornate pottery. But I know the real bargains are hidden deeper in the market, so I weave through narrow alleys, squeezing past locals and tourists alike, determined to find treasures that won't break the bank. In a quiet corner, I spot a table covered in hand-painted ceramic tiles, each one a tiny work of art. They're €2 each, tempting, but with only $5, I'd barely be able to buy two. I admire the craftsmanship, but I keep moving, hoping for something that stretches my budget further. Just as I'm starting to worry, I stumble upon a jewelry stall with a sign that catches my eye. 6 woven bracelets for €5. The bracelets are bright, handmade, and each one is different. Some with tiny beads, others with intricate patterns. It's the perfect solution. Affordable, authentic, and easy to pack. I pick out a rainbow of bracelets, carefully choosing colors and patterns that remind me of each family member. One for my mum, who loves anything blue. One for my little sister, who's obsessed with pink. One for my dad, who appreciates handmade things. And of course, one for myself, a reminder of this wild, budget-friendly adventure. The vendor greets me with a warm smile as I hand over my last bill. We exchange a few words in broken Spanish and English, laughing about my bargain hunting skills. It's a small moment, but it feels like a genuine connection, a reminder that travel is about people as much as places. With my bag full of colorful bracelets, I feel a surge of satisfaction. Mission accomplished, souvenirs for everyone, and I didn't go over budget. It's proof that you don't need a lot of money to make memories or bring home something special. This challenge turned out to be about more than just saving money. It pushed me to interact with locals, practice my Spanish, and really pay attention to the details that make this place unique. I learned that the best souvenirs aren't always the most expensive. They're the ones that come with a story. As the sun sets and the market begins to quiet down, I walk out with empty pockets but a heart full of gratitude. The city glows in the golden light, and I realize that these small moments, haggling for a good price, sharing a laugh with a vendor, finding joy in simple things, are what I'll remember most. From savoring churros in the morning, to marveling at famous landmarks, to hunting for handmade crafts in the market, I made every dollar count. Spain, you've given me memories and stories I'll never forget. Thanks for the adventure. Let's wrap this up. That's a wrap on the $50 Spain challenge. What an incredible journey. We packed in food, culture, and adventure, all on a shoestring budget, making every moment count. I hope this proves you don't need a fortune to see the world and make amazing memories. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe for more budget adventures and travel inspiration. Thanks for watching. Stay adventurous, and I'll see you in the next video. Spain, you were truly unforgettable.